I'm really happy with it. Yeah, I'm excited too. All right, great. Talk soon. My agent. I just got off stage here at the Jukebox Comedy Club in Peoria, Illinois, where I definitely am right now. Just for sure on purpose, finished filming my first ever CALMEDY special. I can't talk long. There's probably a big lobby full of fans out there waiting to buy all my merch and shake my hand because it's still safe to do that. And probably they want to ask me on a bunch of respectable dates because that's usually how these things go. But I did just want to take a moment to do a quick little intro for the special. A lot of times people will film the intro as they're going onto the stage when they're doing an intentional shoot like we did. I wanted to do something different. You might notice a few different choices that we made that were for sure artistic decisions. It might seem altogether like this whole thing's maybe thrown together out of necessity, but definitely these were all choices. For instance, we didn't microphone the audience. A lot of times comics will do that. You might even come to expect that from something somebody made on purpose, but we chose to kind of simplify things. It's kind of played out to hear all that laughter. Maybe the laughter kind of takes away from the jokes. I just kind of wanted to give you the most direct access to my show without it being kind of overpowered by the sound of everyone else's joy. We also chose not to use any fancy high-tech equipment or multiple cameras. It might look more like we filmed it on VHS tape or something worse, but that again was a choice. Wanted to give it kind of like a retro feel and again kind of simplify it to give you just more access to the jokes. Having it one camera in one spot kind of gives you the chance to feel like you're really there in the audience live watching me perform, just maybe you sat in the one spot that I just never happened to look at, and maybe that's your fault for sitting close to the ceiling. I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm really proud of these jokes. Thank you so much to everyone who supported me to help me get this far, and thank you so much for watching this now. Originally, I wanted to perform in all 50 states before I recorded. There's an old showbiz saying that dates back to vaudeville. Groucho Marx used to say, "Will it play in Peoria?" Because the idea is, if it'll play in Peoria, it'll play anywhere. So wherever you are, thanks for laughing, and I hope I see you soon. All right, here I go. Great. Hello, cool. I think we need a little bit of a boost in here. Get this kicked up a notch. Friday night, yeah, we're my party people. Make some noise. I don't know what kind of party it is. Woo. Woo. Oh, I missed the part. Okay, it's like a train that goes by. Okay, all right. Okay, just trying to fill you guys out. You're a little quiet, trying to figure it out. Where are my Jews at? Make some noise. Yeah? Are you really? Yeah. Oh, shalom. Okay. Cool. Sometimes it's just me. Is it just the three of us? Yeah? Cool. All right. Let's stick together. We've been kicked out of better countries than this. I'm kidding. Jew-SA. Jew-SA. Yeah. Any Christmas elves still here? Make some toys. That would have been a great time for a whoo. Okay. I know it's Peoria, but where my Chinese at? Make some boys. Whoa, okay, sorry. I'm kidding, make some toys. That one's an edgy way to start. I didn't grow up in the church, so I say a lot of weird shit. I say a lot. Give it up for Meredith hopping one more time, please. Let her hear it. And Heath and Jake and the Jukebox and Pulse. I like to fit in when I go new places. Try the soup of the day. Sorry, gross. That's like one of the funniest things I think I ever say, and I can only say it here. So thank you guys for
enjoying that with me. It's so great to be back at the Jukebox. I got this last minute, so I'm so thankful you guys showed up to see me. I'm nobody. I mean, I can talk for a while, try to be good at it, but I don't have like big TV credits, so thanks for taking a chance. I'll earn it. I'll earn your love, but I set goals for myself in comedy because I don't have like big TV credits yet. So right now I'm trying to perform stand-up comedy in all 50 states because I'm just trying to get credits people have heard of. And people have heard of the 50 states. So much easier than TV. You can drive to them, mostly. Most of them. It's going pretty well for me. So far, I've now performed in 45 states. Thank you. Thank you. And only been arrested in one. So thank you. Thank you. We're hanging out after. You can come. If you guys know me, I feel like you already caught my vibe. If you know me, you figure out if I got arrested, it had to be for one of two things. Either weed or a crime. It was weed. It was for sure weed. Yeah, 100%. On a personal note, fuck Tulsa. I would like to say that. Do not appreciate it. More like no to Oklahoma, okay? They're not fun. Cool criminal up here, you know? I left Illinois too soon. It's all legal here. Those laws are changing super fast these days, but it's tough to keep up because the people that need to know them the most are high. So good luck. Good luck figuring that out. Some places are like, oh yeah, it's super cool, it's medicine. Have you ever tried smoking like a robot? Other places are like, quit having fun. And that's Oklahoma. You gotta be careful. You guys ever get so stoned? Here's one. You ever get so stoned when you're driving through Missouri that you accidentally cruise onto a military base? Whoops. Whoops. You can't turn around, you're just in the Army now. That's how that works. They make you go all the way, and I was way too high for that. You know what I'm saying? I was like shaking, afraid. I got up to the security booth, and I went to go roll down my window, and I think this is how they knew I was high. Oh, it's a Prius. Okay. Got her down, and the soldier said something very soldierly, and I said, "Is this Panera bread?" He let me go, which was pretty cool, because that's not a joke. That's a mistake I really made. I was telling that story last year at a comedy festival. Have you guys ever been to a comedy festival? Yeah? Yeah, that would be fun, or you have, or?
I used to participate in them.
Oh, cool. Which one? Which festival?
I have no idea. It was years ago.
She was wasted. I think she's what we call a chuckle fucker. I was just there for the... It's not groupies when it's comics, okay? It's like... Funny guy, huh? That's the kind of... Chuckle fucker is somebody that's like, ooh, I love anxiety. Ooh, yeah. Oh, your sadness gets me wet. I'm sorry. But if you guys had a comedy festival in Peoria, would you come to it? Yes. We'll see. I highly recommend. I don't know how yours went, but my experience, comedy festival is like a music festival, only nobody gets laid. So I don't know what you were doing there, but. Anyway, so I was at a comedy festival, and I was telling that story. This guy came up to me after the show. I was like, wait a minute, what military base? What, like fact-checking me? And we figured out it was Fort Leonard Wood in southern Missouri, and he works there. He swore that he was the soldier that let me go that day. Whoa. I didn't remember. I was high. It's a true story. But he's like, that was you, that was me. I was like, oh, thank you for your service. Number one. He was so nice. He's like, you're funny. Are you on Twitter? I was like, I'm on mushrooms. I can't. Don't talk to me. Don't want to talk about that. Mushrooms are a good road snack, right? High fun locale. That's a yes and a yes for me. I am on the road a lot. You know, it's hard to like relate to people anymore as I travel as much as I do. It's pretty glamorous. I get to see the whole country, make people laugh. I sleep in my car. You can sleep in a Walmart parking lot. Did you know that? You guys, front row, but the rest of you, okay, I'll see you there. I think they want you to, so they're the weirdos. It's not weird that I take advantage. I'm like, oh, it feels safe. There's cameras. What are they watching me sleep? Bunch of creeps. I don't do it all the time. People worry when I talk about this. I have like a strategy. You know, I always pick like a rich town. Pick a town that doesn't need a Walmart, you know? You know, you're staying at the good Walmart when they have signs up in the parking lot that say, you can't stay here. That's a winner. That's the good one. It seems like you could stay there a while. They have all this like pre-prepared food. They want you to leave. I made the mistake of asking the cashier one time if they had a microwave, and she looked at my pajamas and she goes, why? Never feels good to feel judged at a Walmart. So what you do in that case is you pull up close enough to the building to use their Wi-Fi, pull up Yelp and let them know. Clean restrooms, fresh produce, nosy cashier. I am leaving first thing tomorrow. Take a stand, you know? Take a stand, let them know. I do travel everywhere now, but I started in Chicago, and touring the Midwest kind of feels like everywhere you go feels like the state bird is a cup of ranch dressing. Does that? You guys feel that? Such a flat part of the country, but so many hidden valleys, am I right? Don't mountain if I do. Okay. Yeah, I have been trying to like eat right. I don't know, I've been trying to go vegan. I don't know. I'm not gonna go all the way because it's really hard and I want to be tolerable to the people around me. Plus I'm going vegan based on my opinion, so I'm not gonna go all the way vegan. I'm still gonna eat eggs. You know, eggs are in everything. And if I'm doing this based on my opinions, I'm gonna eat eggs because I'm also pro-choice. So you gotta pick a side. Pick a side, pick a delicious side. But especially on the road, you know, it's so hard making good choices out there. It's a lot less Whole Foods, a lot more food holes, you know what I'm saying? Okay. You guys have been on a road trip before. You don't get in the car, buckle up, and be like, where is the kale? That is not how it works. I've been trying to get in shape. I don't know what shape. I guess just like another one. Just get these shapes in a new shape that gets another shape into this shape, and we make another shape and a new one pops out. I don't know, like shapes, geometry. You know. I've been trying to be healthy. I went to the gym last year. I don't know if it counts because it's Planet Fitness, but I do go. I usually only stick to one machine though when I'm there, but I'm good at it. It's that one, my cell phone in the parking lot. Oh, I'm so good at that. A lot of reps, a lot of hours, you know. Strong thumbs, strong thumbs. I have been working on my weight, you know, but I've really been working on my self-esteem and really working on understanding that those two things are not the same thing. You know, that's not the joke. I don't have that thing people struggle with, body dysmorphia. I've got body dysmorphia. There's more. It's a level 4 pun, huh? There's more for you. Also depression. I'm really trying to get in shape because I thought about maybe moving to New York someday, and I really wanted to fit into an apartment. Gotta have goals. I love New York, but I don't know if I could live there at this point. You know, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm too old for that now. I get so claustrophobic when I'm there. You know, I couldn't afford to live. The Prius I live in now is the size of an apartment I could afford in New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing okay. Have you guys been to New York? No? Yeah? Skip it. No, I'm just kidding. It's really fun to visit. It's super fun to visit. I love visiting, but I get so claustrophobic. Like the apartments are so tiny. There's not even alleys between the buildings. Call me spoiled. But I love an alley. Did you not know? I do love an alley. You never know what you're going to get in an alley, right? A shortcut, new friend, free couch, human poop, maybe all at the same time. I had a great time in an alley recently. I'm keeping it. Who is the hero of that joke? No, I did. I had a good time in an alley not too long ago. I was walking home from the grocery store in Chicago, so I took a little shortcut through the alley, and I was by myself, which is one of the best things about an alley. So since I was alone, I farted. Should I say I tooted because I'm a girl? Whoops. Oh my. I let a toot rip. It sounded like I dropped a stack of books back there, if I can be specific. Because I thought I was alone until as soon as I did, I heard a child's voice from behind a fence go, "Dad?" Oh, feels pretty good to feel equal to a man, huh? Give it up for the ladies real quick. Yes, I made you. Give it up for that one guy. Okay, that's... Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Warren should drop out. That shouldn't have gotten a clap. Whatever. Sorry for bringing that up. Talking about farts, politics, what's the difference, really? You know, I love being a lady, I do. It pays a little less, but it's a pretty good gig. I like to do this one just for the ladies. You guys can listen for once in your lives. But this one's for the gals. You guys can listen, please don't leave like usual. Okay, that got real. A little sad, little real. But for the ladies, have you gals ever been in a public restroom? Probably. And somebody gets into the stall next to yours, and she just pees super loud. Yes. All the time. It must be somebody at work, right? Like, you recognize her shoes. You're like, damn, Barbara. You know, like, fucking relax. I'm in there for hours, so I hear it all. Dropping books, yeah, no. I'm a reader. But yeah, it's so loud. It's just like more than, it's like, honestly, it's kind of similar to what some of you might do after a comedy show. You know what I mean? Is you hold it for a while and then it's like you're drunk and okay, so don't feel weird about it tonight, but like at work, you're like, what are you trying to get a raise? You know what I mean? Like, relax, take your time, crush some candy, bitch. You know, like, it's so loud, such an aggressive stream. Sounds frothy. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't like that part of the joke. Go back. Anytime I hear that, all I can think is like, ooh, girl, you got a horse pussy. Please say that next time. What you gotta do is you gotta sit there and put your feet up so she can't see anybody's in there and be like, horse pussy. And then, to really fuck with her, I have horse pussy buttons for sale after the show, and you can just leave one on her desk. If anybody else wants one, they are my bestseller. That's on you guys. I can't. That was the first merch I ever had, were these buttons. I told my mom I had merch. She goes, "Oh, so cool. What does it say?" I'm like, "Nothing." You know. But I used to make my way. Like, I used to do a lot of free shows when I traveled, and sometimes I would make my way from city to city just selling these silly buttons. And I think it's such a gift to do what you love. The lesson is never look a gift horse in the pussy. That's not me, by the way. I don't have a horse puss. What's the lady you work with? What's her name? Do you know who it is? Several? Oh. Yikes. Work at a racetrack? whoever it is, that lady, real nightmare, right? Okay. I don't got a horse puss, just unstable. Okay. He's gonna go pee his heart out, isn't he? He's like, no, I'm offended. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not me, though. I got a mint condition. Okay. Okay. You guys got kind of judgy. I thought we were having fun. I mean, it's been used, but it's... Okay, I just want to let you guys know a little bit about me, because I say a lot of weird stuff. But we're cool in here, right? We've all had sex with a cab driver, right? Maybe he has. I'll wait till he comes back. No, I just feel really alone right now. Well, just so you know the deal, a lot of jokes are based on real stories, but the real story of that joke is I really only had sex with a pizza delivery guy, so. Wow, do you guys not like pizza? Well, just so you know the deal there, Judgy Town, USA, which I never thought I'd say about Peoria. We worked together at a pizza place, okay? It wasn't just a ding-dong dick. I knew the guy, okay? We were friends. We had an office romance. That's real hot and secret, Extra steamy. We did it on the dough table in the basement. I got a yeast infection. That's a joke. But honestly, years later, that guy picked me up in a cab. So retroactively, I have fucked a cab driver. You don't know where people are going to end up. Good for him having a job and a car. That's impressive. But yeah, I maintain my statement mint condition. I'll elaborate. I've never said that before, but I'm keeping it. I'll explain. I joined the Dollar Shave Club. Oh, what a time to be alive. It's not where somebody comes and shaves you for $1. You wish, right? They send you razors in the mail. I joined because it's a service for men. So I figured, quick math. Anything that's made to be put on a man's face is the perfect thing to put here. Is I'll put this on a man's face too. Okay, that's a match for your snatch. They send you samples of stuff in the mail. They sent me a sample of this peppermint shave butter. That is for your face, 100%, 1,000%. For sure. Feels like I popped an Altoid in there. That is curiously strong. Mint conditioned, I said. I've been trying to get it out there while my breath is fresh. I've been trying dating and stuff like that. I'll tell you guys, my boyfriend and I just took our relationship to the next level. I know, we broke up. Thank you, yes. Huge step. How far could we take this? Nowhere. Walmart, yeah. That's where I go for my new. But yeah, he's a good ex, actually. I'm not gonna make fun of him. He's a good ex because he was a good boyfriend, I'll count it, put that one on the board. I kept his head. He was a good boyfriend. I think I just felt weird calling him my boyfriend. I'm not really into labels. Plus, he wasn't really like a boyfriend. He was more like not a pizza delivery guy. He was more like a silent partner. Like you guys right now. You're here, you're with me, but I want more. I'll explain what I mean by that. I feel like men, you guys know men? I feel like men talk about their feelings the way that women feel good walking alone at night. Yeah. Probably not. But maybe if you're shit-faced or holding a weapon, then go for it. Girl, a guy will tell you how he feels when he's holding a weapon. I think that's why when it comes to like catcalling, guys don't understand that that's not a nice, because I think nobody really does it anymore, but the guys that still catcall, they think they're shouting compliments, you know? They don't realize they're making ladies uncomfortable at night. They think they're making a lady's day in the middle of the night. They think they're making her feel good. Hey, nice whatever part I'm looking at. I think they don't realize they're usually calling out our greatest insecurities. Because we all know a woman's greatest insecurity is her safety. It's not cute. There's good and bad to everything. If you can see that, you should try. If it weren't for catcalling, I wouldn't have known a few years ago that I'd gained a dangerous amount of weight. I was walking in Chicago, and there was a guy behind me on a bicycle, and I just heard him go, "Never seen a white girl like you before." Then he crashed into a parked car, so put that one on the board. People don't really catcall anymore, you know. I don't know why I guess just not everywhere is as progressive as Peoria. I was in Cleveland a couple months ago, and there was so much catcalling. It just, like, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it anymore, and it threw me off. I tuned most of it out, but one guy really got on my nerves. He just goes, "Hey, stand up straight." I was like, "What, are you looking at my spine?" I don't know. I don't know why that made me so mad. Stand up straight. I think it's because he was right. That sucks, you know? He was right, yeah. Like, don't be looking at your phone in a crosswalk. Watch out for your posture. Sure. I guess I didn't appreciate that guy shouting at me in the dark about how to carry myself in public, you know? Stand up straight. I got a hunch that you're homeless. I'm not taking advice from that guy. There was a lot of catcalling in Cleveland, but one guy just went, "Hey, Jennifer Aniston," and that guy's fine. You have to be accurate. I like to take the power back in the streets when I'm walking at night. If I see a guy walking towards me, I'll just get in his face first and go, "Big whoop," and let him wonder what that's about. Watch him walk away. He's like, "Oh, it's an okay whoop." It's above average whoop. I don't want to make anybody feel weird about their bodies. But I'd love to do some dick jokes now. Do you guys like dick jokes? Yeah. Cool. I love a good dick joke. Huh?
Interesting topic.
Interesting topic. Well, varying amounts of material, but I never seem to come up short. I love a good dick joke. I love a good dick, but I love a good dick joke. Dicks are funny. That's not a question. They're fun, like, cool job having them. But they're funny. They are. Sometimes, I don't even want to know, but sometimes you seem nice, but sometimes they just look upset. Like, you know? Good morning. This is important, you know? Hey. Thank you. I feel like men aren't always great about, like, talking about their feelings, communicating, but sometimes they're like, "I have feelings." I feel my feelings. Sometimes you just want to be like, "Hey, take it easy, champ." Don't call it champ. I'll give you that tip for free. That'll ruin the mood. You don't want to ruin the mood. One time during sex, I called it a wiener, and you cannot come back from that. It's the end of the mood. I do like a good dick joke. Let's have fun, but let's remember that the male genitalia is actually quite fragile for being a load-bearing structure. It's too clever of a dick joke for Peoria. A little... I'll say this. Listen up, fellas. I don't even believe that's your dick. You heard me. I do not believe it. I'm not asking for proof, but that is not your dick unless that thing is real wide and round and not too tall, you know? Gotta be wide, not too much length, but pretty. I'm a flat girther. Anybody else believe what I believe?
Tuna can.
Oh, okay, it's my job to gross you out. I do like a good dick joke, but I kind of get sick of this one because I hear it a lot, especially at open mics, you know, not at like real nice shows, but at open mics, I feel like everywhere I go, every city I travel to, it feels like there's one guy in every town, a newer comic who acts like he's like the first straight guy brave enough to say this out loud. He'll get on stage like, sorry, I don't know how to act. I got boners covered, but then the rest of it, I'm like, I don't know. Hey, dudes, where my bros at? Bros, huh? I'm being a guy. Brodeo, huh? Sorry, less hips, right? Brodeo. Hey, you dudes like me ever wonder what it would take for me, a straight guy, to suck a dick? No way, right? Mr. Me, smooching a hog? I don't think so. No way, but what is your price? Like, I get annoyed when I hear comics doing jokes about it, because regular dudes say that shit to each other. Regular dudes will ask each other, like, dude, if you had to pick, would you rather, like, drink a gallon of mayonnaise or slurp a fatty? You gotta pick. What's your choice? You're like, Jesus, Jeff, we're at work. Why? Why is that your thing? This is so true that I was telling this joke in Connecticut a couple months ago, and two dudes in the back of the room when I started this joke started talking for the rest of the show. Just ruined it, you know? They just wouldn't shut up. And I found out afterwards they were debating about how much it would cost for them to suck dicks. And one of them came up and told me, again, they ruined the show, and he came up and confidently said, hey, my friend said he'd do it for $2.2 million. I'm like, that seems specific. And his friend didn't know that I knew his price, so I tapped him on the shoulder. I was like, I bet you do it for 2.1. Walked away. Won the night. Still a rough show. That's why when comics do it, I get annoyed, as regular guys say that shit. But when comics do it, they always have a punchline. I'm never listening, but I wish one of them would do the joke, like, what would it take for me, a guy, to suck a dick? Permission. Am I right? I'd love it. Tip of the morning to ya. I would love one. I told myself I would suck all the right dicks last year. I really blew it. You gotta watch out for those things, right? You guys ever stay in a relationship that's bad because the sex is good? I think that's like Stockholm syndrome. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out. I'll say this. I think it takes a really sad or confident man to name his company Microsoft. Oh, whoa, right? Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Everybody was like, ooh, computers. Nobody was like, are you okay, Bill? If you were online and you saw that screen named Microsoft, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here, weirdo. Oh, man, you guys are fun. I like talking about sex and stuff because I'm usually not having any, so it's fun to chat. And I feel like that's a cool thing to do as a lady, because at this job, you can talk about sex. It's a cool job. And I feel like that's a good thing to do as a gal, because I feel like we're all trained kind of weird about all this stuff, but especially ladies. They train us to be like, play hard to get. Yeah, that's helping. They train us to be like, ooh, protect your flower. Shh. My flower. What is that, a Georgia O'Keeffe? You know, it's a weird. My flower. It's a weird flower. I mean, it waters itself, so cool trick. But it's not a secret garden. So I like to talk about sex, but I don't even know if it's okay to say this anymore. Like, if I can be honest, if I can say this in 2020, but when I meet the right person, I kind of prefer someone that'll take charge in bed. I usually don't have cash on me. It's a pretty okay credit card processing joke, okay? Relax. It's a tricky topic. Obviously, it's not a joke. You know, taking charge when it's not wanted is never funny. Unless you're Meredith sexting, that was pretty funny. But being aggressive about sex when it's not wanted is never okay. For instance, this guy, one time, his first move right away was, oh, got so quiet. First thing he did was he tried to eat my ass. Sorry. My ass. It gets awkward when I start telling that joke, and every time I'm about to go there, I'm like, oh, there's no turning back, but that's what it's about. Sorry. I know that's a nice thing to do. I'm woke. But we hadn't even kissed yet, so I was like, oh my God. Oh no. What? Rude. My ass. What? Trying to get in my ass? How did you get in my car? Terrible Walmart, 2 stars. You know, you gotta let them know. I love how much you guys were just waiting for me to take it back to Walmart. Oh, you guys get it. That's a fun story about getting my ass eaten in a car. That joke's based on a tragedy. Like so many of the best jokes are. But even if you don't know, like, the whole backstory, like, nobody here tonight thinks I was saying that joke in a tone of saying, like, nobody thinks I just said, hey, quick announcement, I love my butt eaten, right? Like, nobody, sure do, it's my favorite. If anybody's interested, come find me out front. More like out back, am I right? Make a line, bring a spoon. That's not what I said. I've never said that. But I tell these jokes sometimes in places where I feel like ladies aren't even really talking enough, honestly, let alone talking about ass play. So the things guys say to me after shows sometimes are just, don't. Skip it. I did that joke in Mineral Point, Wisconsin, which is nowhere. And this guy came up to me in the bar across the street after the show, total stranger, just walked right up to me, goes, hey, I love to eat ass. I'm like, one other thing about him. I love to eat ass. My mom's name is Diane. So I walked away. Cool choice. And luckily I was there with friends. A lot of the time I travel alone, but this night I had friends with me. So after I left, he goes up to my friend and he goes, oh, what gives? I told her I would eat her ass. With this tone of like, I tried everything. It is good to try new things, you know? That's how you find out. How else do you know you don't like someone unless you try it? You know, you gotta keep... Make some noise, real quick. I've been asking everywhere. Make some noise, Peoria. Wait. Thank you for being willing. I think that kind of shows where you're at on the spectrum of sex anyway. Yeah. Okay, she's topless. Okay, now, make some noise if you feel like you learned about sex in the right way and at the correct time. Yay! Seriously, you gotta tell me what comedy festival this was. Like, you gotta let me know. Girl, I'm the real.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Wear your galoshes. Okay. I think it's good to try new things, you know? I had sex with a dyslexic recently. If you don't believe me, why don't you spell my finger? It's about a learning disability, but it is fun. It is fun. It is fun. I think it's good to try new things. I had a threesome for the first time that's a huge deal. I've always been curious, never done it. I always wanted to. I don't think it's for me, but I think it went well. I think I won. It was a good one. Sometimes you try something new and that's how you find out that's not for me, but how do you know until you know, you know? I hooked up with this guy actually like about a year ago now. This last like winter, spring, I hooked up with somebody and he started like licking my belly button. Yeah. I was like, you missed. Stop. Oh, please stop. What are you doing? Yeah. And he just looked up at me and he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, that voice again. He was licking my belly button. I'm like, knock it off. What are you doing? He goes, I'm sorry. I gave up eating ass for Lent. That's why I said winter, spring, you know, it's very seasonal. I don't know how to tell that joke. I keep doing it, but I don't know what I'm doing. That joke is, there's a lot, you guys are a smart crowd, actually, you know, like, you guys are pretty clever because you actually got to pay attention. There's a lot going on in that joke. You got to be pretty smart to get to the end, but then once you reach the punchline, you find out it's for dumb people. So, I don't know. Gotcha. If you like more infuriating moments like that, you'll love my book. Why? It is good to try new stuff. I think that's important. But I like to keep an open mind. But some things I just don't know if I could do. Everybody's like, all my friends are poly now. Is anybody polyamorous? That's what that. They're like, we're old-fashioned here. We just call it swingers. A lot of my friends are poly now, and like, I think I'm not judging it. It's not like there's a part of me that resents the fact I can't hold on to one, but I think it's so weird to me how one of my friends just kind of like came out to me. She's been poly for a very long time, and she told me that she's a little anxious about, she thinks she might just want to date one person. Is that okay? I'm like, yes, you're fine. Like I said, I'm not really into labels anyway. I feel like especially in New York, like everybody's poly, probably just for sorting purposes, you know, like it's just easier. I feel like only in New York could a poly pan vegan Thai be a person or a restaurant. You'll see when you get there. They both have bed bugs, though. But yeah. I think polyamory is also a very Caucasian thing to do, like poly want a cracker. I feel like if you do it right, it's cool because that means you're communicating a lot, but I feel like a lot of people try it without communicating, and if you're not doing it right, then it's really just like a series of dares. Well, I'm cool with it. Me too, but everybody's sad, you know? I think it's good to talk about sex, especially like when you're starting to date somebody, because I feel like they train us so weird, especially ladies. I bet every woman in here's heard this advice. When you meet somebody and you really like them, the more your friends will say, oh, you really like him. You think he's a catch. Here's what you should do. Don't sleep with them. Yeah. Drive him crazy. Pretend like you don't even see him there. You don't want him to think you're easy is the thing. Don't let him think you're easy. He's going to think you're easy. I am. I prefer the term efficient. Thank you. I'm a busy person, so I feel like let's do this first. Not here, but here. Let's see how this goes right away. And if this goes well, then I'll spend some time on your personality. Oh, pass. They tell ladies to act like we're unattainable. I sleep in my car, okay? Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest when we meet, okay? Because if we meet and it works out, I'm gonna fake it the whole time. Maybe forever. I'll fake it in little ways, you know? Just little ways, like pretending to listen or laughing at jokes I didn't listen to. I'll fake it in bed quite a bit. You're correct to mostly not laugh at that. I'll have a real one, that's the whole point. That's why I'm there. One at least, okay? I'm an optimist. I'm a go-getter if you're a go-giver. Let's try. But the real one's mine, not sharing. Nothing takes me out of the moment more than when a guy's like, hey, let me know when you're gonna, oh, maybe I won't now. Why do you talk like that? Give it to me, sweetie. What do you have, polio? It's so weird. I feel like, why don't you get to know a person? Pay attention to my body, you know? There are signs. If I kicked you in the face, it happened. It is so hard to do that from behind, and nobody respects you for it. I feel bad for guys. You guys like have to announce it when it happens. I mean, you should. I feel like when a guy comes, it's like, I'm sorry. You're a live wire. You guys keep it interesting as hell. Okay, I gotta stop. It's so tempting. It's the Jewish corner. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. They have a Jewish Tinder. It's real, not Israel, but it is a real. My dad sent me a link. It's called J-Swipe. Have you guys heard of this? No? Maybe you've heard of J-Date. That's like the big Jewish dating website. So that's like farmers only, but just for Jews, so no farmers. And then J-Swipe is like J-Date Express, so just a picture of the nose. That was a test. I actually decided about myself, I don't really want to date another Jew. I'm enough. I'll have the opinions in this relationship. I don't think J-Swipe would be the app for me, but I'd love an app just for people that like Jews, especially these days. Maybe not J-Swipe. What about like a Tinder's List? Is that something? Boo. Some people think that's not okay to laugh at. You're good people. I told that joke in Appleton, Wisconsin, and there was this really drunk lady next to my phone when I was recording it, because it was Appleton. She was wasted. So I listened to the playback after the show, and when I said Tinder's List, she was right next to my phone. I go, Tinder's List? I heard her go, the horror movie? Astute. If anybody didn't like that, you might hate this. What about a dating app for pedophiles so we can find them, only for safety, prevention, tracking, called Tindergarten? No. Bad. Don't like that. Sorry, I know, that's a rough one, I get it. It's a touchy subject. I should stop telling that one. People do get upset. But also because they already made a dating app for pedophiles. It's called Pokemon Go. Did you guys get that? Anyway, I'm easy. But I don't want to seem easy, you know? I don't want to be like, hey, new guy, let's go do it, which works. But it's like, I'll see you in the alley. Wrong move, you know? Wrong vibe. My move, if I like somebody, I'll be like, hey, you're nice. You want to make out? That means do it. That's a sweeter sounding way of saying bang. If we're making out, we're doing it. Hopefully, grow up. Are you kidding? If I'm gonna put my mouth on a guy's mouth, I'll probably put my mouth anywhere. Because a guy's mouth, you guys know guys' mouths, right? Guys' mouths, that's where their thoughts come out of. That's disgusting. If I'm gonna lick around your thought hole, yeah, I'll fuck you. Sure. People get grossed out sometimes. They'll be like, oh, you go down on guys, you know they pee out of there. I'm like, you hear the shit coming out of their mouths? I'll take my chances on a boner. You guys are fun. I hope you guys have a good night, and also I hope everybody gets fingered. I mean, especially me, but the guys too. Ooh, you guys got tense, loosen up, it'll go better. I've touched a guy's butt inside the butt before. I'm also disturbed that I used that moment to run my hand through my hair. I've gone there, I've done it. It's a really nice thing to do for somebody, all right? It wasn't my idea. What am I, a hero? But yeah, I've done it, I tried it. Amber Rose ain't got shit on me, right? But that guy sure did. So never doing it again. No, thank you. How do you try? I mean, how do you know until you try? I learned something. Don't do that. Guys, if you want it, I heard just pop a battery in there. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't have shared that. I don't know why it floated into my head and came out of my mouth. Don't do it. Anyway, what were we talking about? Okay, church. Oh, yeah, you guys have fun, but be careful out there, you know? You guys ever have a pregnancy scare happen in real time? Yes, what are their names? We're like, oh shit, we are naked and afraid, and this is not fun like TV. This is terrifying. I had a scare with this guy one time. He wanted me to take the Plan B pill, and I'd never taken one before. I didn't know how much it was, so he gave me $200. It's way less than that. Super less than that. I think it was like $40 at the time. I heard it's gone up to like 60. I don't mind inflation there, just not inflation here. Am I right, ladies? Okay. He gave me $200, and then I left his house and got a really clear indication I wouldn't be needing it, my period. So I pocketed the cash, and that's just a quick story about being a prostitute. Oops, I tooted again, but prostituted. Not cute. The best part about that story is a little over a year later, I was nannying for a family downtown in Chicago. I was feeding their little baby outside of a Jamba Juice. And guess who came to Jamba Juice? Oh, hey, fella. Guess who likes cocaine and Jamba Juice? What are the odds? I didn't figure him for a health nut. I never talked to him since that night. Still one of my best relationships yet. And he didn't see me going into Jamba Juice, but when he left, I just locked eyes with him, and I was like, yes. It's a visual gag. We'll get him next time. We won't. You got to be careful. Do you guys use condoms? I like how you nodded very assuredly, as well nobody said yes. Sure we do. Condoms?
They don't fit me.
They don't fit you. We're going on the road together. I hope you know that. I start my act and she comes out on a pogo stick, throwing condoms out. They don't fit me. You can have them. It has to be with a pogo stick. I think condoms are weird. I don't like them. We throw them out at parades, but nobody likes them, you know? They can't be good for the planet. Think about it. I think it's fair to say that condoms are the plastic straws of the penis, are they not? Those poor turtles. Whatever, the paper ones are a mess. I think condoms are weird. To me, a condom is like a tomato on a sandwich, right? So chewy. What? Sorry, that was just a joke. A balloon? No. That was a joke, but honestly, a condom is like a tomato on a sandwich because I like sometimes when I'm doing jokes that I have to like explain that, say the joke, and you're like, no, we get it. That is right. A condom is honestly like a tomato on a sandwich because I'll always ask for one, but then I usually take it off halfway through, so that's wasteful. Just trying to enjoy my sandwich, you know? Why else would I shave the bread? I don't want to stop. You guys are so much fun. Thank you for coming out tonight, supporting live comedy. I appreciate it so much. Keep coming to the Jukebox. I love this place. I'll be out front. I do have my books, and I have so much horse pussy. Oh my God, you guys, horse pussy. I am the Johnny Appleseed of horse pussy. Don't even front. I challenge you to challenge that. But yeah, I have my books, and I have a couple left. I only have a couple of my coffee mugs. They say, don't talk to me until I've had my orgasm. They hold any liquid. Kind of a sexy mug. Like maybe not safe for work, or like if you have kids, don't teach them to read, I say. Maybe not an appropriate mug, but not the sexiest merch I've ever had. For a while I was selling double-headed dildos, which is pretty sexy. Seems sexy, but I was really just trying to make ends meet. Thank you guys so much. First round is at Pulse on Me. I'm just kidding, but you guys have been a blast. One more time for Heath. Have a great night.
Reena Calm, everybody.
Okay. Maybe the loud sound of the just got finished filming. Okay, we'll throw in a couple bloopers and then maybe that's your fault for sitting up near the ceiling. I guess that's just part of the charm. Is that funny? Yeah. Thanks for laughing. I was gonna say. Thanks for laughing, and I have to fart. I'm trying to make it heartfelt. I could have just said bye.